Welcome to VFK Championship 2020, the biggest league we've ever done. I'm JD, and this is just a quick wrap. We've done these in the past, and I thought I'd do it just because we've got trade weekend coming up in a couple of days, and it's definitely hot in the East. If you want to look at me and Timmy, it's like a bee's dick in between our PAs at the moment. Bridgie's not too far away. He's only 4 games behind me and Timmy, but he's only got 2 losses as well, so we could be seeing him up the top end as well in the East. Let's have a quick look at the West and Jones. Unbelievable from Jones. He is the leader of the league right now with a PA of 18.5 and absolutely dominating. Interesting, his game against the Spurs was a low-scoring affair, even though that he won by 16. He only put away 68. And yeah, I think Jones might, further on down the track, Spurs might start giving him a bit of a run for his money, especially if he gets the Spurs in the playoffs. Let's have a look. Look at the other teams. We've got Lee and Mick at the bottom. They're definitely not out of playoff contention at the moment. We might see some different changes with these guys over the trade weekend and see who moves who. But yeah, I think Mick has been unlucky in the last couple of games, and he was definitely up. If we look at these games, that game against the Clippers was, even though it was by 10 points, he was even with them with about 2.5 minutes to go, and they kind of just blew out with some lucky threes and stuff. So Mick has definitely had the raw end of the stick when it comes to luck against the computer, but he had a couple of wins. He had a big win against the Kings, and Jordan with 40 points, and probably it's either that game or Timmy's game against the Spurs, which was considered the 2 biggest games of the league so far. Timmy, solid as. He's at 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row. That loss to the Spurs was, yeah, it was a great game to watch. Unfortunately, he lost that. And what am I on the moment? I lost to Thunder, so I'm only on 4 in a row at the moment. And, but yeah, that game against the Thunder was not fun at all. Have a quick look at Bridgie. Bridgie, yeah, some big numbers. Big numbers. And we'll have a quick look at Lee. Cairns Taipans had a lead win yesterday against the Nuggets. That was a pretty solid win, 86 points. Yeah, so Lee's starting to grab a little bit of he's grabbing a little bit of movement at the moment. He's had 2 wins in the last 3 games, and starting to find his rhythm now too. I'll flick through the news at the moment. The awards race, this is the biggest news at the moment with the MVP run. You look at Jordan is at top. Even though Mick has had a few unlucky wins, his Michael Jordan has been performing. And Kobe, with a 40-point win over Golden State, has pushed him up to 2nd. So the VFK Championship 2020 trade weekend will officially start on Friday, the 2nd of October at 4 p.m. and will go all the way through to Sunday, the 4th of October at 8 p.m, which will give enough people time who's working and doing things like family and all that sort of stuff to get some trades in. So yeah, Friday at 4 and finishes Sunday at 8 p.m. So super fun. Got some trade weekend rules. Number 1, unlimited trades, no restrictions on numbers and or free agents, so everyone can trade as much as they like. No adjusting salaries to get better players or selling more than 2 picks per trade. That can be discussed in the chat about what that's about. No poaching or trading from other people's players. And pre-draft players. Everyone nominated a player. We'll have to do something with Bridgie, but everyone nominated a player before going into the draft. That still stands and can be moved at some point during trade weekend. That's it for the trade weekend wrap, and basically if you've got any questions, make sure to hit it up in the chat and we can answer that. But that's about as good as it's going to get. It's going to be pretty exciting over the weekend, seeing who moves who and who gets what. So this is JD, and this has been the trade weekend recap.